2,000 people. 2.4-mile swim. 112-mile bike. 26.2-mile run. One goal. To become an Ironman. For many, the journey started years ago, the culmination of thousands of hours of training and dozens of shorter races. But for one competitor, it's trial by fire. She's done the training, but this is her very first triathlon. A year ago, Michelle Hill watched some of these same competitors and decided this was a goal she wanted to achieve, despite some major obstacles.
I started thinking, well, why couldn't I do that? I run, I don't have a bike, I don't know how to swim, I'm scared of the water. I signed up the very next day. Didn't really know what I was doing, what I had gotten myself into. I just thought, okay, I have a year, it'll be all right. And then like 1 week, it hit me, I need to learn how to swim.
That meant a lot of training and figuring out how to balance it with her jobs and her family.
I have 2 kids. I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and that's how I do it. That's how I fit it in so that it doesn't affect my family so much. My swimming is in the evening, which has been great because they can go with me.
I have to go swimming with her like almost every day. She doesn't really have time for anything else because she has to go through all of her training, and it was her first time swimming.
In the early morning hours the day of the race, with a water temperature below 60 degrees, 2,000 people gather on the shore of Lake Coeur, ready to begin a race they have until midnight to finish. The competitors have 2 hours and 20 minutes to finish the 2.4-mile swim, or they won't be allowed to continue the race.
I am so nervous. I am so nervous for her. Probably have just as many jitters as she does.
One by one, the swimmers head out of the water, some to the medical tent, the majority to the swarm of volunteers in the most sought-after job at the race, the wetsuit strippers. Michelle makes it out in plenty of time, ready to head out on the bike course that will take her just over 7 hours.
She was so nervous about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and she did in like an hour and 40. That's sweet.
She did so
She
awesome.
should be coming around
I'm
soon.
so proud of her.
The 112-mile bike course is beautiful, but it's got some steep hills the racers have to tackle within 10 hours and 30 minutes. Fans line the bike route to cheer on the athletes, including Michelle's co-workers and her grandmother.
I just can't believe that little tiny girl that I knew that she's doing this. I just think it's fantastic.
Almost 9 hours after she first jumped in the water, Michelle makes the transition from the bike to the final leg of the race, a full marathon. For some athletes, the exhaustion is setting in. Some have to take a moment to walk, but they push forward to the finish line. The first racers cross in about 8.5 hours. And in her first triathlon, Michelle posts a time of 13 hours and 27 minutes, well ahead of the 17-hour cutoff.
It was awesome. I felt awesome the whole time. I don't know, the bike went well. The swim, I was scared at first, but it went well. And then once I got off the bike, I was so glad because I was worried about getting a flat. And then once I got in the run, I felt so relaxed because there was nothing to worry about. And it felt good, and I couldn't wait to see everybody who supported me.
Her goal, now a reality, still has to sink in. She's now an Ironman, and that is just the beginning.
And now I'm hooked.